to College Sport Check, and this is the football channel, and it's the weekend setup. Now for the College Sport Check football schedule, the college football schedule for week number 4. Please note that all times are Eastern, since we are on the Eastern time zone. We're going to start with Thursday, and that's going to be the Clemson Tigers taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. That's going to be at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. And then on Friday, it's going to be the USC Trojans, and they're going to take on the Utah Utes, 9 p.m. on FS1. And then we head now to the Saturday games. Now starting at 12 o'clock on Saturday, there are 3 games for 12 o'clock, and that's going to be the Kent State Golden Flashes taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide, 12 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. Georgia Bulldogs taking on Ole Miss Rebels. That's going to be on ESPN. And here's a crazy one. Florida State and South Florida, the Seminoles and the Bulls. And that game is on ABC. And those are the 12 noon games. And now at 3:30 for Saturday, there are 2 games for 3:30. That's going to be the Penn State Nittany Lions. They're taking on the Michigan Wolverines. That game on ABC. And here's another good one. Florida Gators and the Tennessee Volunteers. That's going to be on that's going to be on CBS. So those are the 3:30 games. One game for 7 o'clock. That's going to be the Houston Cougars and the Texas State Bobcats on ESPNU. And then we head over to 7:30. 2 games for 7:30 on Saturday. Oklahoma State and Baylor, Cowboys and the Bears. That's going to be on Fox. Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Northwestern Wildcats. That game is on the Big Ten Network. And then we get on over to 8 o'clock, 2 games for 8 o'clock on Saturday. That's going to be the Louisville Cardinals taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd on the CBS Sports Network. And then it's the Stanford Cardinal taking on UCLA Bruins. That's going to be on ABC. So those are the 8 o'clock games. And then 2 more games, one at 9 and one at 10:30. 9 o'clock, it's going to be the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Texas A&M Aggies on ESPN. And then at 10:30, it's the Washington Huskies taking on the Arizona Wildcats on the Pac-12 network. And that is the schedule for this upcoming weekend. Now for the College Sport Check football college team rankings. First place. Now the first through 5th place all are 3-0, and it's going to be Alabama in first, Ohio State second, Louisville in third, Michigan in fourth, Clemson in 5th. 6th down through 10th place, it's going to be 6th place is Houston also 3-0, Stanford in 7th, 8th place it's Michigan State, 9th place Washington, 10th place is Texas A&M, Stanford, Michigan State, Washington, Stanford and Michigan State 2-0, Washington, Texas A&M both 3-0. In 11th place is the Wisconsin Badgers at 3-0, Georgia in 12th place, Florida State in 13th, 14th it's Tennessee, Miami of Florida at 15th, Wisconsin at 3-0, Georgia 3-0, Florida State 2-1, Tennessee and Miami 3-0. 16th place is Baylor, 17th Arkansas, LSU in 18th, Florida in 19th, Nebraska in 20th, Baylor 3-0, Arkansas 3-0, LSU 2-1, Florida 3-0, Nebraska 3-0. Texas is in the 21st place, 22nd San Diego State, Ole Miss in 23rd, 24th it's Utah, 25th is Oklahoma, Texas 2-1, San Diego State 3-0, Ole Miss 1-2, Utah 3-0, Oklahoma 1-2. So now for the College Sport Check football's jumpers and divers. Ohio State jumped from 3rd up to 2nd. A big jump for Louisville, who last week was in 10th place. They climbed up to 3rd. Michigan State climbs up to 8th, down from 12th place last week. Washington drops from 9th down to 8th. Wisconsin drops from 9th down to 11th. But get this, Georgia, who last week was in 16th place, jumped up to 12th. And Florida State, a diver, Florida State, down from 2nd place to 13th. Tennessee climbed up 115 to 14th. But Miami of Florida climbed up from 25th place up to 15th. Baylor up from 21st to 16th. Arkansas up from 24th to 17th. All right. Now, LSU climbed from 20th to 18th. Florida 23rd to 19th. But here's a big one right here. Nebraska, who wasn't even in the top 25 last week. They were down in 33rd, and they climbed up to 20th. Texas dropped, that's a diver, 11th down to 21st. San Diego State Fighting Aztecs. Last week they were in 28th. They climbed up to 22nd. Ole Miss drops from 19th to 23rd. Utah climbed from 26th to 24th. And Oklahoma diver 14th down to 25th. Schools that dropped out of the top 25 this week: Iowa, Notre Dame, and Oregon. Now here are the college teams that are still receiving votes: TCU, UCLA, North Dakota State, Boise State, Iowa, California, Oklahoma State, Notre Dame, Oregon, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Central Michigan, South Florida, Toledo, Western Michigan, Maryland, Virginia State, Arizona State, and Virginia Tech. All right, good stuff. So everybody knows the deal. Wednesdays we do the schedule and standings, and then Sundays we do the score. So Spreaker.com #sports. You can also use #football. Just look for the College Sport Check. CommunityRadioLI.com, click the College Sport Check button, and we'll have this up there all weekend long up until Sunday, where we replace it with the score. So that's how we're going to do it. And then college basketball gets here. We'll be doing the same thing for college basketball, which is probably going to run 6 days a week. Don't know the schedule is not out yet for college basketball. Checked all the sources, NCAA, Fox Sport, ever. There's no schedule is not out yet for college basketball, but College Sport Check will keep the eyes and the ears open and keep everybody informed, and that is why we're here. There's plenty of sources where you can go to get this information. Radio is just one of those. Thank you for tuning in from Long Island's Community Radio. This is Manny Allegretti. This is College Sport Check Football, CommunityRadioLI.com, and click on the College Sport Check button.